we're trying to do videos of puppies, and there's no puppies in the videos.
Hi, what's your name? Putting in tank.
Oh yeah, I was going to do some dreaming. Is this Jolly? This is Jolly. This is the largest one. This is the largest fawn female.
You're so big you won't fit on my lap.
Mm-hmm. Very sweet girl. It likes to eat. Likes to eat a lot and likes to eat fast. Reminiscent of my Twinkle. She could clean her bowl in 30 or 40 seconds. This was so funny about Twinkle. She learned to pick her bowl up and carry it around the backyard, and, you know, and hit you. She'd walk up to you with that bowl in her mouth and bump you. You couldn't help but feed her. Yes, to not help but feed her. So this is funny. I had a lady that kind of follows the web, and she said she remembered Twinkle from that long ago, and she asked me if I kept anything out of Twinkle, and I said I hadn't, but that wasn't true. Jackson was out of Twinkle, and I used him 2 or 3 times, and then I never kept anything out of that, and so
You are the most beautiful, perfect puppy ever.
And the other girls, they've just run off and left me. They're fighting underneath my desk. Come here. Come here. Come here. I'm gonna get my squirt. I'm gonna get my squirter. Come here. Pretty puppies. I don't know if this is Jingle or Jangle. This is Jangle. Come here, Jingle. Come here. She goes, no, I don't want to really lay on my back. No, I don't really want to lay on my back.
Ooh, you don't want a full body massage. Mm-hmm. What? Jolly? Do you want in my lap? Do you want back up here? Do you needed some more love?
So at this age, I want them to be looking me in the eye, getting my attention, catching my attention. Jingle, come here. Come here, Jingle. Let's see if this girl let me in the eye. Ah, thank you.
Since I got y'all submitting me, not much, just a little. Not much, just a little. Just a little bitty bit.
Jingle, come here. Jingle, come here. Come here. Come here, Jingle. How much she wants to play with me. Come here, Jingle. Come here. I know Jolly's all about me. Jingle's like, Jingle. Come here. Come here. Come here, you. Come here. So she is interesting in that she got some black. See this? Is that interesting? I don't know. You know, I think you may have been the puppy that was born on the way to the vet. So one of these puppies were born on the way to 1:30 at night to the doctor. So Hanna woke me up. Emergency, emergency. And I said, it is an emergency. She was losing fluid. Hi. Ooh, you have a nice level bite. For now, doesn't mean nothing about when you're an adult.
Yeah, not a lot about when you're an adult. Hi.
Hi. Are you a busy girl? Are you a busy girl? I need to start wiping their mouth after they eat because we're feeding them wet food. Not because they can't eat dry food, but because I lost 2 puppies last year from eating dry food. At 8 weeks old, they were arguing over the dry food. Not that they didn't have dry food out 24/7, and they choked to death. One was a girl and one was a boy. Hey. So she's not fighting with me now.
Hey.
me think. I think you were the puppy born on the way to the vet. I'm like, no! I had to pull over. Hanna, this was her first litter. She's like, what just happened? I said, it's a puppy! It's a puppy! It's a puppy! It was a fawn girl, is what was born on the way to the vet. On the way to the vet in the middle of the night. It was a fawn girl, so. With this white on her chest. Hi, beautiful heads. Look how gorgeous this puppy's head is. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Are you growling at that, Stumpy? This is what they really like to play with. Come here. I have to hang a pork chop around my neck, get you to play with me. Come here, look, I have a dinosaur. You don't care I have a dinosaur? Now they played and played and played and played, and then they ate. Then they just had a little bit of a nap. So this is Jangle that I'm playing with right here. You guys are adorable. One time, I'm full of stories because I'm full of memories. I had this monkey, and I just picked these toys up at thrift shops or wherever. I just pick all these garbage toys up. And this monkey would scream like a monkey. It just make this obnoxious screaming noise. And that's back when I had dog Bordeaux's too. And so I took this screaming monkey and I put it on a limb, and their run had this beautiful, two beautiful trees in it. And this is Jangle. So I hung it from this limb, and I would squeeze it, and it would just make this horrible, obnoxious, screaming monkey noise. And that Bordeaux, I thought she was going to climb the tree to get it. And so she jumped, and it was just barely out of her reach, right? And she got this, and Bordeaux's will jump. Bordeaux's, I've never seen it, but she reported that a Bordeaux would stand flat-footed and jump 5 foot over a fence. Now, Bull Mastiffs don't. Dude, I've never had one to do that. But you know, Rocky, he was a jumper. He would jump a fence when he was here. Anyway, this is what you want. She finally got a hold of that thing and broke the limb. So when she got a hold of it, she wouldn't let it go. And so the limb, obviously, is pulling against her, right? And she's not letting it go. She killed that monkey. She killed that monkey. It was purple and green. That would have been a good video if I could have had a video camera then. Yeah, It would have been a good video. Good video. What are you doing, sweet baby? Oh, sweet baby. No, you don't want to lay in my lap? Okay, it's okay. So these Jingle and Jangle look like twins, definitely in their size too, and then Jolly was just a tiny bit bigger. Noisy, sweet girl. So when they lay like that, you don't necessarily want another puppy up there dominating them. Here. Dinosaur's gonna get you. He gonna get you. He gonna get you. He gonna get you. So Jingle, Jangle, this is Jangle, this is Jolly, and that's Jingle. So for my 3 people that have their deposit in on a fawn female, I think any of these puppies would be fine in a house with children. So let's talk about in a house with children. when people have children under 12, even under 12, definitely under 8, when I used to run my horse camp for kids, a child under 8 rarely takes personal responsibility for their well-being. Somehow they do not connect. If you do A, B could happen. If you stand behind the horse could kick you. Of course, my horses didn't kick, and no matter how many times I'm showing the children the proper way to walk around a horse, and in their defense, like I walk around my horse always touching him on the dock of his tail, they're not tall enough to do that. So they just didn't connect the dots, and they would be under the horse, and the horses were so good they never got stepped on. I just, I'm going to get my Naughty Puppy Eliminator after you teething on my desk. So we ask that the most important thing you can do, number one, do not buy a bull mastiff for your child. It's a horrible idea. And a lot of people, I just tell them, no, I'm not going to sell you a bull mastiff for your kid because you have some kind of Disney World animated idea about how this is going to turn out, and it's not. It takes consistency for the puppy to respect the child and not take the child as their sibling. And the best way to do that is to restrict access. The puppy should not have access to the baby or the baby's things, or necessarily the children. So in any interaction, get that. No, just video. That is so cute. In any interaction between the puppy and the children should be supervised, because I know, that's so adorable. He's upstaging me. So pan back over here. I'm going to say something important. So, the bottom of my feet clean. When the puppy moves into the family, you are the puppy's pack, whether you want to be, whether you think you are or not. It's all of that is irrelevant. You are the puppy's new pack. Dogs are not human. They are hardwired different. They think differently. Therefore they behave differently. They are pack animals. So as soon as I want you to pan in on me if you need to close up. I want you to hear what I'm saying. As soon as the puppy gets into the pack and settles and feels some similitude of safe, okay? We need, Abraham Maslow's hierarchy of needs, right? Safe. Safety, food, water. This puppy is stuck. The puppy is going to start pushing against every pack member. Every member of the family. The puppy's going to start pushing. Why? Because the puppy needs to know who is the bravest, the smartest, the fastest, and the strongest in the pack. They're only going to give, in pack structure, here's your leader, to the bravest, the smartest, the fastest in the pack. And when they push against you and you give to them, you're not it. And you're not answering their question correctly. So some people get a bull mastiff and they're all love and no limits, and it doesn't work well because the bull mastiff needs you to not only have love for them, but to have limits for them. And as you structure them with some limits, thank you for upstaging me in the basket, adorable over there, is you give them some parameters, things like pan over here to this puppy. Now, Ronnie is about to outgrow this crate, and he would have the door open and be sleeping in here if these puppies weren't in here. So if I open that door, I guarantee you Ronnie would come out and start dominating these puppies. He would come out, he would bow up and start, he knows I'm talking about him, and he'd start pushing on these puppies. Why? Because he's telling these puppies, hey, I'm smarter than you, and I'm bigger than you, I'm braver than you, I'm stronger than you. That's what he's telling. And these puppies are like, you bet you are, buddy. You're twice our size, 3 times our size. You are. And so they would give, these guys, the puppies would give to the older puppy. Okay, pan back over here. So here is the problem, people. Here's the problem. You may think, Tuffy needs to go out. You're just gonna have to wait a minute till I finish my video. So people think, oh, sweet puppy. And I'm not saying your puppy's not sweet. But if that puppy, if you allow that puppy to interact with your children, here, come here, puppy, I need an example. They're all running around playing. This is a little, not even 20-pound puppy. At 3 months, he's going to be 30 pounds. At 4 months, he's going to be 40 pounds. At 5 months, he's going to be 50 pounds. At 6 months, in a very short order, the puppy's going to outweigh your children. Mentally, the puppy is from 2 years in human age to 4 years to 6 years to 8 years, okay? At 2 years old, a puppy is, say, in their 20s, if they were a human. And puppies aren't human. I'm just trying to paint a picture here for you. A 20-year-old is not going to bow to a 3-year-old. There's no way that you're going to convince a 2-year-old bull mastiff that a 3-year-old child is stronger, smarter, braver, or faster than them. And that's not the way that's not possible. But this is possible, and this is the way pack structure works in the wild. So let's talk about dogs in the wild, okay? So you only have one female wolf in the pack, and when that female wolf has babies, excuse me, when she brings them out at 8 weeks to meet the other pack members, so maybe you have 12 pack members, the least pack member here is bigger than an 8-week-old puppy. So why does the bottom ranking pack member not even attack the puppies? Because the mother would kill it, that's why. And so the other pack members learn to respect the babies because the mother says you will not. And that's what you need to do for your children. You need to say, no, you're not going to touch the baby. You're not going to touch the baby's things. You can smell the baby from across the room. And when you protect your children, especially toddlers, then the dog will respect the child because the dog respects you. Not because the dog respects the child, but because the dog respects you. And I have seen this all too often. People bring a puppy home and they allow the puppy to interact with the children. Well, pretty soon when the puppy's 60 pounds or 80 pounds and the child tries to whatever. And typically this doesn't happen until they're about 18 months old. The dog has typically had enough of the child, and the child does something that the now moved up over them in the ranking pack would not be allowed in dogdom, okay? What the child did was not acceptable in dogdom, and the bull mastiff corrects the child, and our skin, these dogs, I see them, they get into it and attack each other all the time, and it's no big deal, and is not as big a deal. Legend and Lydia out there playing, they'll rear in the air and chew and bite on each other. Now these females sometimes will chew each other up, and a lot of my show pictures, if I haven't edited out, you'll see scars on their front legs where sisters, they do fight, and sometimes they do get serious. That's because they're siblings. So my whole point is, do not allow your puppy to take your children as their siblings, because in dogdom, the way dogs think, in dogdom thinking, I don't know if that's a word or not, it is acceptable to attack a sibling over resources, attention, food, bones, toys, going out the door, any resource, okay? So just think about that differently. That's people, if you would think like dogs think, you would understand. And when people say ridiculous things like out of the blue and out of nowhere and for no reason, none of that's true. The dog had a reason. It wasn't out of the blue. You just weren't reading the dog to whatever. The dog snapped, and the dog had a reason to do what the dog did, because dogs think differently than humans. So anyway, I wish that everyone could grasp this and not feel like you're buying this puppy for your children. Please do not buy a bull mastiff puppy. These are serious working guard dogs. I need to go let Tuffy out. She needs to go to the bathroom. So go ahead and clip that.